Dr. Abdullah sir. He's there with us already.
Yes, sir.
Indra ma'am also joined us from Maldives. Swaminathan sir also joined us from Uganda. And
Okay.
other people are joining. Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, sir.
Haripriya will join now. Haripriya also will join. Haripriya, are you there? Swapnil ji have joined now.
Okay.
Haripriya? Haripriya, are you there? Okay. Meantime, I will play the national anthem, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, without ma'am, wait 1 second. Asita, ma'am, can I play the national anthem or should I wait for some time? Can you hear me, ma'am? Hello. Asita, ma'am, can you hear me? Hello. I think she's muted. You have to wait for some time because children are joining now. Hello. Haripriya.
Anupriya joined, sir.
I'm just, yeah, Swapnil is there. I can see him. But
Sir, what is the order, sir? Order?
I think ma'am is not able to unmute her mic. That ma'am from Maldives.
Okay, Dr. Sir. Then, sir.
Yeah, I have to ask her because I am waiting for her call.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, if she will tell, then we can proceed now.
Yes, sir.
Haripriya, are you there? Yeah, Minister sir have joined already. Ma'am, welcome to Minister sir. He has already joined us. Lala ma'am. Hello.
Name.
Dr. Abdullah Rasid sir have joined us.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Please welcome him. Short welcome, and then I will call to Haripriya later. First, we'll play the national anthem. No.
Okay, sir. I would like, good evening, Maldives. I would like to welcome all of you for this wonderful space exploration program conducted by IDYM Foundation, which is always looking for exploration of space. And more than that, the scientist as well as the founder, Ravi Shankar sir, is always helpful. And I'm really very happy to welcome Dr. Abdullah Rashid, the Education Minister of Maldives, who is always with us and supporting us and giving a very warm welcome, sir, and to the students of the school too.
Yes, ma'am. Haripriya is there. So what we will do, we will play the national anthem first.
Yeah, sir.
I think ma'am
Welcome.
Yeah, I'm looking. Ashita ma'am, can you hear me?
Akshita
Okay, anyway, ma'am, we will play the national anthem, okay? Because that
Yes,
is the
sir.
first
Yes.
thing we have to do. I will
Yes.
proceed with the national anthem of Maldives first, and then I will go with the national anthem of India.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no?
Yes,
Because
sir.
ma'am is not able to unmute her mic. That is the only thing. Principal ma'am
Okay.
of Maldives. Anyway, yes, everybody, I request all of you, please raise yourself because we are going to first play national anthem of Maldives, and it will be the second. It will be played national anthem of India. So I request all of you to please raise yourself. You can see my screen, ma'am.
Yes,
Hello?
sir. Everything clear.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, right. No sound is coming. Some problem with audio. Just give me 1 minute.
Yes, sir.
Voice is not coming. Problem with the audio is coming.
Yeah,
Audio is
some-
coming. That is the can play. Swapnil ji, are you there? Swapnil ji? Swapnil ji? Swapnil ji?
Yes, yes.
Hello.
he's
Ah,
there.
Can I'll just send you two national anthem, one of Maldives national anthem and our India national anthem. You just
Sure.
play from your side, okay, Swapnil ji?
Yeah, I'll try.
Because some audio problem is coming from here. I'll just send to you in within 1 second.
Yeah.
Some audio internet issue is coming here. Hello, Swapnil ji, you play the national anthem of Maldives first, and it will be followed by the national anthem of India. Please do
Okay,
that.
Sure, sure.
You
Yeah.
can share the screen. I have made everything free for everyone, so you can share directly. Yes. Second one I have sent you, that is Maldives national anthem, and the first one is India
Sure,
national anthem.
sure.
So play the second one first, and then we'll play the first one. So everyone, raise yourself for national anthem, for the respect of national flag of Maldives as well as national flag of India. So now Swapnil Talukdar, scientist from NASA, is going to share to all of you. First, he will be sharing the national anthem of Maldives, and then it will be followed by Indian national anthem. Yeah, please play that.
Hello. Yeah. So, is the screen visible?
Yeah, screen is visible very nicely. You please make it larger size and
Yes,
this.
Ravi ji,
हाँ
Yeah.
हाँ स्वप्निल जी बोलिए ना.
Yeah, like just sound के लिए just एक बार आप check कीजिए.
हाँ आप बड़ा कीजिए ना उसको, बड़ा कीजिए कोई दिक्कत नहीं. ऑडियो शेयर किया ना, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, चलेगा.
Sure.
बड़ा कीजिए उसको, बड़ा कीजिए स्क्रीन को, बड़ा कीजिए.
ठीक है.
चलो. यस. हाँ स्वप्निल जी प्ले दैट. Okay. Sorry. Okay, Swapnil ji, I think you are facing some network issue, right? Hello.
Yeah.
So do one thing, ma'am, Leila ma'am, call Haripriya for welcome speech. Some internet issue is there. Directly call Haripriya for welcome speech, okay? Some
Okay,
network
sir.
issue is there. Yeah, please.
Hello.
Evening time, no, so network problem is there. Yeah.
Good evening, Maldives. Once again, sorry for that. Because of the network problem, we couldn't play the national anthem of Maldives. Right? I would like to welcome and ask Haripriya to give the welcome speech. Ms. Haripriya, kindly give the welcome speech.
A very delightful noon. It's my pleasure to meet you and glad to you all together here. And this is Haripriya, and it's my pleasure to welcome you all. And thank you to each and every one of you for being gathered here with us today. I'm very pleased to be able to welcome those who of you having us today for the workshop on precious place Maldives with you all. Once again, I warmly welcome you all. On behalf of Igniting Dreams of Young Mind Foundation, I would expressive gratitude of who generously worked hard to make this event harm today that become a big tree. We can't get it without you. I warmly welcome our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Abdullah Rashid, Minister of State for Education, Maldives, patron of IDOM. I feel great to welcome Mr. Swaminathan, Principal, Delhi Public School International. I heartily welcome Mr. Manvi Dhawan, IIT Bombay, Director of IDOM. Also, I welcome Mr. Swapnanal Bulutkar, NASA CTO of IDOM, and Engineer Ravishankar Kumar, founder of IDOM, Mrs. Jeenat Munawara, social media head of IDOM. And welcome our dear students for set this remarkable one, and our Igniting Dreams of Young Mind Foundation main aim is to promote space satellite education for every young minds. This is for the entire student committee of any schools and colleges all around the world. Well, I hope to improve based on satellite technology for help you to improve your knowledge. So I request you all to utilize the golden opportunity of IDOM Foundation. Take a shot and join with us on this joyful journey. The thought and welcome you all once again on this moment is given. Today will be full of fun and learning. Thanks for each and every one of you present here for joining our program. Hope you will enjoy this workshop and have a fantastic.
Thank you, Haripriya. And now I request all the participants to please on your videos, because I can see most of the participants are not on the video. Lala ma'am, now request Maldives Minister Dr. Abdullah Rashid to address the student. Ma'am,
Yes, sir.
hello.
What a pleasant
Please
time.
request to Dr. Abdullah Rashid.
What a pleasant time for all of us to welcome our Honorable Minister, Dr. Abdullah Rashid, Minister of State for Education, Maldives. Sir, it is because of your presence as well as the motivation we are able to make a progress even though we are in different countries. We believe in globalism, and more than that, we know very well that your motivation and your inspiration will guide us and the children too. Sir, kindly give your bill.
Okay, thank you, Lala. Mr. Ravish Kumar, founder of IDYM, and also very active members and space scientists of IDYM, principal of Center for Higher Education, Maldives, students and everyone here. Assalamu alaikum and very good evening. First of all, let me thank you, Principal Safura, for organizing this event in collaboration with IDYM. In fact, IDYM is doing a really great job. I have seen their work last 2-3 months. They have space scientists, and I'm sure they will share their stories, which is very inspiring and motivational for our students as well. So I believe that this is a great opportunity for the students of CHSC. Their story, these young scientists, their story is really inspirational. So without taking much time, I just want to tell our students in CHSC. CHSC is the most prestigious higher secondary school in the Maldives. In this school, we have the brightest and most intelligent A-level students as well. So I believe that among CHSC students, there are potential students who can be space scientists or scientists, engineers, or anything else they like to pursue. So I have no doubt by listening to the space scientists of IDYM, some of our students would like to be scientists, space scientists in future. 21st century is considered as the age of innovation, creativity, Therefore, it is high time that Maldivian students also think about to come up with something very creative, very innovative and unique. Learning is not just memorizing something or just getting outstanding result. Learning is doing something really innovative and creative and be prepared for the 21st century. When we talk about preparing for the 21st century, space exploration or space science is really important. It's not only being a space scientist, there are many other professions related to technology. So without taking much time, let me thank all the members of IDYM, especially the founder, Mr. Ravish Kumar. And I have seen very active members in IDYM organizing space workshops, many schools across the India, schools in UAE, Kuwait, Qatar, in many other countries. You are doing this free of charge. This is really great, educating and igniting young minds. I am sure because of your work, so many young scientists will emerge in a near future. So I think for all the good work, I always appreciate the work you and your team, especially your space scientists, are doing. Once again, thank you, Safura Principal, and also the science department of CHSC and students who join. I am sure by listening these young scientists, our students will be really motivated to be scientists in future. Before concluding the event, I request Principal Safura to say a few words before concluding the whole event. So I wish all the best to our students here in the Maldives and students around the world. I wish you all a good day. Thank you.
Thank you,
Hello,
sir. So much. Thank you so much, sir. Coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, and working together is success. That is what Dr. Abdullah sir has already told us. When we dream about it, we can practice it. Now, I would like to look upon and call our Swapnanil sir. Swapnanil sir is a
Swaminathan sir.
scientist.
Ma'am, first call Swaminathan, then we'll go to Swapnil. Yes. Yeah. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Swaminathan sir, first call Swaminathan sir.
All
Uganda,
right.
Principal.
Okay, sir. Now I would like to call upon Swaminathan sir from Uganda, who is full of inspiration, motivation, and is also much patience to deal with the students. So let us lend our ears to listen from Swaminathan sir.
Thank you, ma'am. I hope my voice is audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
Greetings to all the students, dignitaries, and members of IDYM who are available here today. Really, it is a great session because we all are going to listen to good words of many eminent speakers today. And already we have listened to the inspirational speech given by Dr. Abdullah Rashid sir. It's really good. And let me start with a small quote. I was created to create, or I am created to create. That means students, you all are created by the Almighty to create the world for the future. The future world is in your hands. You are the ones who are going to create the future world. For that, you have to read, learn, lead, and succeed. I'm repeating, you have to read, learn, lead, and succeed. Again, when you learn what you are doing, you are acquiring knowledge. You should not stop there alone. The knowledge what you have acquired should be used. If not, there is no use of that knowledge. There is no use of the learning. So whatever you are learning through the textbooks, through the school, through the speakers, or through any source, you have to use it, right? So then you have to use the knowledge to lead and then to succeed. I request any one student to unmute, please. Any one student, let me make it faster. I don't want to take too much time because many speakers are waiting. Principal ma'am or any
Anyone
teacher
from
the
a
school
student side,
guide
you
us.
can unmute yourself. Sir is asking all of you to unmute yourself. So dear student, Can you hear us? Okay. I think, sir, they are facing some.
Okay, now
All
let
are
me
connected by
proceed.
internet, so
Sure.
yeah.
So if you pronounce the word as success, you cannot pronounce this without using the letter U. If you remove the letter U from the word success, you cannot pronounce it. There is no success without you. That means who are you? You can be a normal person, you can be an ordinary person, you can be an extraordinary person, you can be a substandard person, whatever it is. It all depends upon how we take up things and how we use the things in our life. Being the younger generation, you all should take things in the right way, and you have to be practicing with the aim of becoming an extraordinary person. As you all know, we have learned different types of cues in our life. For example, the students will be rated depending upon their IQ, EQ, SQ, like that, so many Qs. But now the most important Q has come, that is TQ, technology quotient. TQ should be high for the future generation, I mean future world, because the future world is going to be TW, technology world. If you want to survive in the technology world, you should have more amount of TQ along with your IQ. We are into the technology world already. We are using all technology devices. At the same time, we should know how the technology works. IDYM is bringing the awareness regarding the space and exploration. And technology and space goes on hand in hand. You cannot remove space from technology because both are blended. The mobile devices or anything, even now we all are connected from different parts of the world. It is through the technology, it is through the satellite, it is through the waves which are invisible. Again, technology, many things are invisible. We all are connected through invisible means. So let us create the interest of exploring how these things are happening. You all are scientists. Each and everyone is scientist once you start to explore how things are working. Take any small device, just imagine and see how it is working, what is happening in it. You will become the scientist. So don't think scientist means they have to be somewhat high sitting in the laboratory, something like that. Even if you are at home, if you are using a normal device, if you start understanding, imagining or working out on how those devices are working, understanding the principles, understanding the concepts, who created it, on what basis it was created, you are the best scientist in the world then, right? So with this, I request you all to start focusing on the technology world, which has started to develop rapidly from 2020, we can say. After the COVID, the technology world has widened up, so it is going to expand more and more. Let us all be ready to adapt ourselves, because two quotes again I want to say here: struggle for existence and survival of the fittest. To live in this world, each and every second, each and every minute, we all are struggling. Changes will keep on happening. Changes is permanent. You have to struggle to adapt to the changes. Then you will be able to survive only when you adapt. So let us be ready. Let us prepare ourselves to adapt to the changes which are going to come in this technology world. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Malala ma'am, please call Swapnil ji.
Thank you so much again, sir. It was really wonderful to listen that IQ, EQ, SQ, and even TQ, because it is a need of the hour. You have already focused on that. Thank you so much, sir. Now, I would like to call upon our young scientist, Sobnanil sir from NASA. And I believe from an MD Cup, nothing can be fought. And Sobnanil sir is really awesome, and he is going to enlighten you, empower you, enhance you. Sobnanil sir, please.
Yeah, thank you so much. Uh, I'll just put on the screen and then I'll start my presentation.
So, dear children, you who has received 2 times President Award from President of India, a person who has worked on various NASA projects, various Indian space projects. He has done various countries to give the speech, train the student. What is less to talk about him? And if you see his biodata and all, you will be like in a space only. Such a great person is going to talk to all of you. Yes, Swapnil ji, you can continue.
Thank you so much. Just wanted to get a heads up if the screen is visible.
Yeah, yes,
I
yes,
just wanted
yes,
to-
yes,
yeah.
no problem.
Okay, sure, great, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity, and it always amazes me the way the whole the things are set up as of today, and the way technology has propelled or catalyzed the journey towards the end of the solar system or towards the end of the universe for that matter. To start with, 2021 has come into being after a huge fight against COVID-19 pandemic, and then there are a lot of introspections being made by the students community, by the scientific communities about the existence of human beings, about the existence of even other life forms. Uh, One quotation by Arthur C. Clarke, who mentions that two possibilities exist: either we are alone in the universe, or we are not. Both are equally terrifying. So, to summarize or to explain this statement by Arthur C. Clarke would be: supposing one of you, go to a very remote island and you stay there for a week, right? And back of the mind, you assume that there are some people staying on the same island, and then all of a sudden you understand that after staying there for months and months or for years, you understand that you are the only one that has survived in that island. So that will be a very terrifying thought in your mind, being alone, being there in an unknown space, and being there without knowing what lies ahead of you, right? Human life form is also the same. If we see from the perspective of how big the universe is and the amount of space that we are occupying as life forms, or the amount of existence that we're having as of now, that is nowhere, that's not even hard, that's hardly negligible, I mean, like, hardly visible. If we talk about the whole spectrum of the universe, going back to the existence of life forms or to the existence of the current universe, it is so assumed that life, or the Big Bang theory, as we all know, it started 14 billion years ago, wherein the life of Earth, we had started this whole journey around 4 billion years ago. So when you talk about this 4 billion years ago, we are not focusing on, or we are not talking about Homo sapiens, we are talking about dinosaur life species as a whole. So long duration is, a long gap is there between when the origination of our planet or universe initiated, and then when our earth, our mother earth, came into existence. Thereafter, after 2-3 billion years ago, life form, as we all know, the Homo sapien, the whole journey started. And that gives us a lot of questions in mind, that if our life form, we as human beings, we started our life or our journey around 1 billion years ago only, whereas the journey of our whole universe started 14 billion years ago. So there is a buffer time of 13 billion years ago, or a 13 billion years time space, where there is a high possibility of other life forms or other planets or other solar systems may have been into existence or are there currently, which we are not able to find it out as of now. But our journey, our quest for exploring such extraterrestrial being has always been very fascinating. It has started 30 years ago, when the Hubble telescope was first launched into the space, and it orbits the planet Earth, and it has been capturing wonderful pictures as of now. So the top photograph on the top right hand side photograph, is one of the images that is captured by Hubble telescope. And the bottom left, as you can see, that is the Voyager 1, which is similar to Voyager 2. Both these probes are sent beyond our solar system. It has already crossed the solar system in search of extraterrestrial beings. So what is Voyager basically doing is, Voyager is trying to take far distant images, and a lot of other evidences through spectroscopy, or through other communication mediums, even through sound, and trying to understand the evidence of other life forms as of today. So it has already crossed around our solar system in 2012. So from that perspective, it has captured the photograph or the images of Pluto. It has captured the images of Uranus, and a lot of other uh, areas which Hubble telescope was not earlier able to capture. Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 has been able to capture those images. Now the interesting thing is, now when you talk about space expedition programs, how does Voyager 1 can create a significant impact to that process? It's so uh, designed that the Voyager probes, both of the Voyager 1 and 2, are designed in such a way that it has evidence of the life forms as of Earth. So, supposingly, let's assume there is a situation tomorrow where other life forms have occupied or have captured our Voyager and have tried to study the Voyager, and by taking out all these records and other communication technology that is available on the Voyager, they will find evidence of music, they will find evidence of images, they will find evidence of a lot of uh, uh, proof in terms of biology, in terms of written text, in terms of voice, in terms of other recording materials. And if they can decrypt that information, we are expecting the aliens or the extraterrestrial beings, for that matter, will get some evidence about our existence. Now the interesting question lies in the very fact that once they come to know about our existence, what is going to happen thereafter? Because we do not know that once they come to know about us, are they going to reach out to us in terms of understanding us the way we are trying to understand them, or are they going to reach out to us in terms of fear? Because fear is something that can lead to any possibility, and when someone is there with a basic fear in mind, that makes him or her very dangerous. So that is one side effect, or there is one expectation that the scientists or the scientific community is having as of now. But those are big repercussions that are being made, or that's assumptions that are being made as of now, but we are not sure what's going to happen. But the interesting fact is, it still lies a mystery, and there's a huge number of possibilities that exist if we try to find out the existence of other living organisms. Talking about the basic mystery or the basic ingredients of any life form, that are energy, organic matters, or liquid, these are the basic three components or essential elements or ingredients that is required for any life form to come into being. So, going back to the formation of our Earth, that happened 1 or 2 billion years ago, there was existence of water, H2O, as we know it. There was existence of plasma, a semi-liquid form that has high intensity of heat. So when you talk about water, water has the right, I would say, a medium. Water provides a very good medium for life existence. So what scientists have thought, that if we try to find out other similar planets where uh, there is a presence of water, so can we also get evidences of extraterrestrial life forms over there? So keeping that in mind, the journey has started, and Kepler 62f, Trey Garden, TRAPPIST, and K2-18b are some of the known or very famous planets that are many light years ahead away from Earth, but there are evidences that water is present in these particular planets, and these photographs are redesigned, and it's so wonderful to see these photographs, right? And just imagine that if tomorrow we are able to reach the surface of this particular planet, can we like discover life form? Can we get life forms? And in tomorrow's time, let's assume that someone from this planet, any of this planet, comes and reach us to us, and